if the recent World Economic Forum meeting in Davos, it didn't wake you up a lot, I think just because people didn't see it at all. But some of the world's greatest leaders, a lot of the world's richest people, they're all part of this forum, the WEF, that's what they call it. That's like the globalist agenda. And of course, they're not the biggest power it's not one of the biggest powers that be, but it's up there. They have a lot of influence over everything. And I saw this and it just blew my mind, like that this just happens right in front of our face. Literal Black Mirror episode trailers. This is what they're talking about at the World Economic Forum.
9 out of 10 employees waste time during the workday. They focus on other things. There may be good reasons why we want to be able to find better ways to monitor whether somebody is paying attention or they're doing something different. The newest way to monitor attention is through a device like this one. These are ear pods that are launching later this year. These ear pods, much like the video you watched earlier, are ear pods that can pick up brainwave activity and tell whether or not a person is paying attention or their mind is wandering.
They're developing machines that monitor your brainwaves so that you pay attention more at your 9-to-5 job. And then people still tweet about celebrities and Meg Thee Stallion and astrology, and this just, nobody cares. This seems like a concept for a Black Mirror episode, but it doesn't matter. People will continue to talk. And look at what's trending on Twitter. What's trending right now is Pete Davidson, Rich Paul. Pete Davidson, one of the biggest psyops. Where's Beyonce? It's like it writes itself. Where's Beyonce? Benito, I hope it's not Mussolini. Pete Davidson, Rich Paul, some other celebrity, I don't know. That's Kyrie. Look, they just updated it. But this just goes over everyone's head. And the world's greatest leaders are developing this right now. They're telling you. They're telling you right to your face, and we don't care. We have the tools of social media, but this is why anybody who starts to speak about the truth gets banned, because they want you to just be arguing about nothing.
Okay, well, you might think, fine, but even if we can tell whether a person is paying attention or their mind is wandering, you can't tell what they're paying attention to. You would be wrong. It turns out that you can not only tell whether a person is paying attention or their mind is wandering, but you can discriminate between the kinds of things that they're paying attention to. Whether they're doing something like central tasks, like programming, peripheral tasks, like writing documentation, or unrelated tasks, like surfing social media or online browsing. When you combine brainwave activity together with other forms of software and surveillance technology, the power becomes quite precise. So what do we do with this? What do we do with technology that enables us to monitor brainwave activity for attention? Do we embrace it? So
the honest question is, are they really going to use this and not abuse their power, or are they going to start using this type of technology to go and farm more data? Obviously, I think that they're going to do this and start advertising to you more. If they can monitor your brainwaves and see what you're paying attention to, not just how much you're paying attention to, but what exactly you're watching, 100%, they'll monetize it and know exactly what they should sell you at every single moment. The common misconception, and what really is frustrating about this, even though you're supposed to be stoic, is they'll label people like us over here on Rumble conspiracy theorists, when the real conspiracy is that these people, thinking that these people care about you. The World Economic Forum doesn't care about you. The government doesn't care about you. Big tech, all these people, they just want to monetize as much as possible and keep us as sheep. Do you really think that the richest people in the world will have this technology that can monitor your brainwave and be responsible with it? Or are they going to try to have as much control and do as much as they possibly can with it? It's very simple. But if you question it, just me playing it, if you even say the words World Economic Forum, they label you a conspiracy theorist. And we're going to finish this video, but look, they'll tell you that you should be afraid. I mean, unless you don't care about unless you want to own nothing. But they published a video in 2018, and it gets referenced all the time. It's their 8 predictions for the world of 2030. You will own nothing and be happy. They're telling you, look at what we're going to do. In my opinion, this should be alarming to everybody. But look, you've seen this, right? Look at that. Are you okay with that? Oh no. Now they froze my computer, bro. Look at them. Oh, bumba. Bro, what the fuck? I swear to God, bro. I swear to God they're watching. Whatever you want, you'll rent it. It'll be delivered by a drone. The US won't be the world's leading superpower. It's going to be a bunch of rich people on an island together. The globalist agenda. Globalist agenda. A handful of countries will dominate. Will print new organs. They're going to start printing organs and developing body parts in a lab. You won't eat meat. You'll become a vegan. That's why we're drinking eggs every single day, because they're telling you that it's bad for you. So I want to do exactly the opposite of whatever they want. I want to own more land, eat more meat, pause, Bomboka, and have healthy organs myself so I don't have a 3D printed Bill Gates liver. And I told you that climate change is the next pandemic. Look at what they're saying. Why do they even know this? Why do they know how much the climate is going to change and what's going to happen? We have to let a bunch of random people into first world countries to make a third world. Like all the good countries, they don't allow that much immigration. All the countries that still make sense and have a little bit of nationalism, which is necessary if you want to live in a healthy place. They in Poland, they spray with a fire hose like it's Rosa Parks in the 50s when the refugees are trying to flood in through the border. WEF is saying, welcome them in. Bring all the fentanyl people in. And they're going to start tracking how much carbon you emit. And I said this, a lot of people thought it was a crazy conspiracy theorist, and then Joe Biden said 2 days ago, something like that, that it's the climate change is a bigger threat than any nuclear warfare. And there we go. Redacted Ryan says, it doesn't matter what their intentions are. Concentrated power is not rendered harmless by the good intentions of those who create it. Just pay attention. Look past the dainty music that looks like you're sitting in a massage parlor. Look at what they're saying. Stop eating meat. Rely on us. Bring in the refugees. Take fentanyl. Print your heart in a lab. Everything is going to be monetized by us. You'll own nothing and be happy. Accept it. Let's finish this video about their new technology if you think I'm just a crazy person. This just happened in Davos at the meeting.
You resist it? I believe that there is a pathway forward with such technology, but it's putting it in the hands of employees, enabling them to use it for themselves as a choice, whether or not they want to focus, whether or not they want the technology in order to improve their own performance, but not using it as a measure of their brain metrics to decide whether to fire them, hire them, or to watch for their lagging cognitive decline over time and using it as a way to discriminate against them.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Watching Black Mirror like 2-3 years ago, I thought that if any of this stuff would have start to become implemented, that there would be national outrage, but pay close attention, man. So the only thing, the fact, I think my advice for anyone who gets scared about this stuff, because when you talk about this, it can be scary. It's just to see the fact that people will all go and riot for George Floyd. People will go burn down cities for George Floyd. One black guy dies, everyone, World Economic Forum says you'll own nothing and be happy about it. We're going to go plug a chip into your brain. We are going to go harvest organs in a lab. And everyone just continues on with life. Knowing that, The only solution is to surround yourself with people who are like-minded, see the truth for what it is, and just prepare. Get as strong and as rich as possible. And this is the year. This is the year to do it. This is the year to do it. We've seen what they are capable of. They will put you in jail for saying the wrong thing. For having too much influence, they will lock you up. For speaking the truth too much on social media platforms, they will ban you completely. They want a specific type of person to be mouthing the same. They don't want you to speak up against it. They don't want you to be inspired. Anybody who does try to uplift and inspire and show the truth, they get banned. So what you need to do, find a like-minded community. The Creativity Kit, I think, is a good place for, like, last night I was talking to this guy, he said he's been married 12 years, and this is the first place where he's found red pill aware people. People were saying, like, I'm in New Jersey, and I'm around all these bots, and the Creativity Kit is the first time that I've been able to speak with other people that make some sense. Of course, there's other places you don't need the Creativity Kit to do it, but I would find people that make sense too. You can't, if people in your hometown, people around you are echoing the same bullshit, it's time to start preparing for the future. You have to get as strong and as rich as possible. You need online businesses. You need to be able to prepare. You need to have money in crypto. And you need to start paying attention to what's really going on. You need to unplug yourself from TikTok, unplug yourself from Instagram. Stop being a consumer on all these social media sites because it's actively brainwashing you. It's actively trying. It's all a psyop to distract you. Plug yourself into better content, uplifting stuff, because the 5 people that you surround yourself with, they end up becoming who you are. And if you're ingesting a bunch of bullshit, you're just going to become bullshit too.
That's it.
Your job?